Okay, so I like the shot of the feet. That's all very cool. Awesome. Okay, so Warwick,
Yeah.
what do you know, if anything, about the TRE? Because thank you for coming for TRE to start with. And I know that we've played a little bit.
Yeah, a tremory. It's like a fight or flight. From triggering, like if you see an animal shaking, that's usually their fight or flight, but they shake because they're actually doing a type of TRE themselves.
Nice.
To get rid of their fight or fright, I suppose. There's symptoms of that. So that's something maybe we used to do. Who knows, in caveman days or something. But
Totally.
Don't know. But we don't. We sort of have just as with lots of things, not have that within ourselves now. So it's something you've shown me to use as a tool to help. Just I don't know. For me, I find it just helps loosen up. That area. I usually only shake my legs pretty much. But I find it's helpful, and it just seems to get rid of that. I don't know if you'd call it fight or flight, but it certainly seems to de-stress them or.
So you notice a de-stress element.
Unwind them a bit. Yeah. Particularly since I've got a lot of problems with my legs and my hip. Well, probably my calf. Probably. Lots of bits of my.
Bit of this and a bit of
lower
that.
body.
Okay, that's awesome. Yep. And because the one thing that we haven't disclosed or shared with you with to do with the TRE is actually the actual exercises. So the tension release exercises, which is kind of like the protocol, or trauma release exercises. And I know that we've initiated this internal tremor naturally with a little stimulation through the massage pieces. So this particular one, what we'll do today is I actually take you through the exercises. And we'll see how we go doing the exercises first and then going into the tremor and see where that leads us. And when we do the exercises, we're just going to go gently. We're going to go within your own range of movement. We don't want to induce any pain or anything like that. So I've got lots of little bolsters and support so that we can just work with our spaces of mobility. Because we want this to be comfortable, right? And the other thing is, wear your shoes, because like you said, you wear your shoes at home and for support all the time. So 100% you wear those if you exactly. So use your shoes, and then as we're doing the exercises, it's like, notice my feet in my shoes and the support of the shoes of your feet. You know what I mean? And the ground. So I'll talk you through some of that in terms of just cueing the feet and the shoes and the support and the support of the ground. Okay, well, let's see how we go, these exercises. So the first one, if we can stand up. So feet shoulder width apart. Beautiful. Soft knees, and all we're going to be doing is we're just going gliding on the edges of our feet. So we're going to go one side to the other side. Nice and slowly. You can use this as support, or I can just get rid of it if it's in the way, right?
That's probably a good idea.
Just have that there and as support. So you're going, both feet are having support, and I can be support on this. I can get this stool actually on the side. So you're going from side to side, edges of your feet. That's it. And both feet are moving. That's it. So see how this other foot at the moment stationary. Both of them are going from side to side. So you're going both feet. See how I've got both feet going there? So that foot on the outside. Like that. And then the other foot. Just gently. That's the one.
So good on this one.
Just go within your own range. And it's great that you've got the support. And I'm over here on this side if you need me, You just grab onto me if you need.
Really want to talk.
And that's just good information, It's like, okay. So my left one, when I go this way, so they want to move individually, don't they?
Also, with my knee, this knee's been playing up.
So let's just go real slow with it. Because the other thing we could do actually, which might be cool, because it's all about finding what works for you, right? Is if we just take a few steps forward, I'm just going to get this chair. You can either, you sit on the couch, all right,
the chair's probably better.
Chair, let's go here. All right. What's it like to do the edges on a chair? You know what I mean? Like shoulder width apart.
Probably easier.
So just have a little feel, because Like no, yeah, nice, nice. And so as you
taking
do
that
this,
weight off my knee.
taking the weight off the knee, primo.
Yeah.
So just go real slowly in the movement of your feet, noticing the loading also into the ankles and the knees. You know, so it's like, oh, okay, my feet are moving, and with my feet, also my ankles and also my knees. So just getting the flow. Nice. Yep. Side to side. But this is just working the proprioception, so in your ankles, your feet, ankles, and knees. And like you
because
talked
obviously
about,
with my left Achilles is something really
exactly. Like this is an action that is different again.
Yeah, I've never even
Yep.
thought to do anything like side of my feet.
Yeah, exactly. We've got edges. What?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not a normal thing. And this is kind of like that whole stimulating the start of the exercise protocol is stimulating that fight or flight response.
Right.
You know, that you talked about before. It's like, you know, my feet are getting ready. They're in the ready, right? Beautiful.
Oh, ready to do whatever it needs to do.
Yeah, whatever that might be, right? Primo. Okay, cool. So from there, shake it out. So whether you shake on the chair, whatever works for you. Cool. And then what we're going to do next is calf raises. So we'll be in this position here. So I'll turn the seat around so that we've got it. Sorry, darling. So you're going to go sideways or whatever way works for you.
Yep.
Okay, use that as support. So,
It's all right.
Yep, yeah. So one foot in front of the other.
Yep.
So the weight is actually on that front leg.
Yep.
Yep. And all you're going to do, I'm going to add support there, is you'll go up on this front leg, and that's where
on the front.
Yeah, on the front. Now the back is just support. It's your balance leg. I have to balance with my foot like that because it's a bit of a stretch. Otherwise, it feels too unco. I like to go on my heel. But it's just a calf raise. Yeah, up and just down. Yeah, that's it.
So my front one's what I'm concentrating on.
Yeah, front one's what you concentrate. So you're going up on your toes, on the ball of your foot. Well. But you need the back one so that you've got that distance. Yeah, that's it. So you're feeling it in the calf. Yeah, yep. And you can feel that weight through the front of the leg, into the calf muscle. Yeah. Yep. And you only want to go to a level where you can feel it activating. Yeah. You don't need to go to fully fatigued.
No, again, my left's weak because of my Achilles.
Exactly. So just go to your own range.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to get me to do calf raise just on my left.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right now. You can't do it. So we just modify, okay, for it to feel comfortable, but you can feel the calf working. Yeah. Yeah. So when you're ready, shake that one off.
Do the other one?
Yep, and do the other one. And remember when we're doing this, we're going to a level. Like they talk about a fatigue level, but it's not necessarily just muscular fatigue. It's like knowing, chaps, what's my day been like? What's my week been like? Yeah. Where am I in my regulation? You know, how activated am I already before I come here today? Right. Yeah. You know, what was my morning like? Boom, 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 boom.
Pretty lazy.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. So you need 100, no joke again. But you know, you take all of those things into account as to how much we're going to do. Yeah. So what's that like coming up on the ball of your foot on that front leg, Warwick?
Yeah, it's a bit
harder. Is it stronger? Yep. Yep. So up on your toes, it's almost like going up on your toes that way. There we go. Yeah, you can feel that.
But saying that, for some reason, I've had some pain in my right foot around here.
Right. Okay. So you're aware of that, right?
Which I get. Have we talked about that in the past a little bit? You've had to
sometimes
do a bit of work on it. Sometimes when I'm, like yesterday, in a big day in town, lots of walking.
Lots of walking, right.
It gets sore.
And then, and so something like this, you can go, oh, this is mimicking that walking. Does it go into a little bit of, that's what I feel? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you don't need to do too many of these, just know, and know that yesterday did heaps of walking. Yeah. So it's already, okay.
And, quite often gets sore around that area on my foot.
Around this outside part, eh?
From walking.
Okay. Yeah. So when you're ready, then give it a shake, Just shake that out. Yeah. It'd be interesting, eh? I'm curious in terms of doing this stuff before we go into shakes. Yeah. Yeah, it's different from what we've done before. Yeah. So the next ones are lunges, and I'm not too sure about lunges. You don't, with Ingrid, we haven't done, and I'm talking lunges as in this kind of range of movement. But the other way is more chair sits.
Probably.
Does that sound cool? Yeah.
Probably pick the wrong persons.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But we don't need to even do it. You know what I mean? We've got so many other ones
the chairs,
that we don't need to actually go there. let's go this way.
Yeah.
Okay, because we can even, everything is modifiable, you know.
Yep.
And even in terms of a chair sit, this might be enough, right? As to what's it like for you to go from here to getting out of your seat.
With my hand on the knees?
Yeah, whatever's comfortable for you. That's it.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Okay.
A few of those. However you need to. And as you're doing it, you're noticing your legs, you're noticing your knees, you're noticing your hips. Beautiful. And we're doing that fatigue factor. So it might be 3, it might be 4 reps. You know what I mean? You don't need to go until you.
No.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Yep. Okay.
That's enough, eh? Give it a shake. And as soon as you know, oh, my form's going. You know what I mean? My knees are knocking in or whatever. Oh, that's enough.
That one's actually clicking a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just go.
And again, I think yesterday lots of walking.
Lots of walking, yeah.
That.
So we're already, you know, because you've already done so much yesterday.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go.
Yeah.
But for purposes of today, it gives you an idea of the lead-in. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So the next one is straddle bend. So this is more of a stretch one.
Yep.
And I'll show it to you first, and then you let me know if this is something you want to do, or we'll improvise it. Yeah. So this one, I'm going to use this bolster as support, but the legs start wider. Yeah. And on this one, I'm going to tilt my hips back.
Yeah.
Can you see me properly then? I'm not on view. Don't have to be on camera. Yeah. Yeah. It's all closed. She's okay. Our toilet upstairs blocked.
Oh.
So it's like, it's okay to come downstairs, guys. It's all blocked. Is it okay to come downstairs? I'm pretty sure you're all right with that. So anyway, hips back. And then all we're going to do, keeping your back straight, you're just coming for a stretch through the hamstrings.
Oh, yeah.
And you can use this to support.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah. And then you let your head drop, right?
Okay.
Relax head. We're going to take 3 breaths here. And then after that, we'll go to one side. But you can just slide this. So you're going 3 breaths to the one side of your leg, left leg. And then 3 breaths to the other side.
Yeah. And
then it's 3 breaths just kind of through. But your knees are slightly bent. You're not like locking out of the knees. Yeah. And you've got this as support.
Okay.
Yeah. I move the chair out the way so that we can get you on here.
So a bit like that.
Yeah. So what does you want for a stretch? Do you want to take the legs wider, or that feels enough?
No, it feels all right.
Yeah, cool.
So
just breathe 3 times. We'll take 3 breaths. Relax your head. That's it. You should feel a stretch kind of through the hamstrings, a little bit in the inner thigh.
Yep.
Just 3 breaths and then to one side. 3 breaths. 3 breaths. And then in the middle. 3 breaths. And then when we get up from this, Warwick, just bend your knees and put your hands on your, that's it. Pause a bit and then come up. That helps with your blood pressure.
Yep.
Emo. Shake it out. Oh. How are you feeling? All right?
You're good.
Yep. Okay, next stretch is a psoas stretch for the psoas muscle through the front here. So imagine that you've got hands in back pockets. Yeah. All we're going to do is gently push it's kind of like a pelvic tilt, like if I was tilting my pelvis forward. Yeah. And then your chest is up high and your elbows are kind of attracted to each other. So you're kind of really opening out through that front. Beautiful. Taking 3 breaths. Beautiful. And now imagine turning your head. So you're in this position again. And we're going to turn my head to the left. And as I turn my head to the left, my right hip kind of follows. So you see how your right hip's going a little bit more forward. Beautiful. For a stretch, 3 breaths. And after that 3rd breath, I'll turn my head to the right and let the left hip follow. Beautiful. 3 breaths. And then one more time in the middle. One more time. And breathing through. 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, having a little shake. Nice. Beautiful. Awesome.
Yep.
How do you feel about a wall sit?
Yeah, I do those.
You're like, oh, this is your thing. Okay, I like it. All right, so onto that wall.
Yep.
There's so much wall space here, as you know.
Yeah.
I was like, can you squeeze through there, mate? Okay. You've got that at your place as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple spots you can do it. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm just going to hide that behind there. And that'll be a nice little gate tip. Perfect. That cool? Yep. So, same as you probably do at home, making sure your ankles and your knees are stacked, eh? Make sure your knees aren't going past your ankle.
Yeah, no, that's it's hurting my ankle, isn't it, usually?
Usually hitting your ankle?
No,
usually you take your feet up more, Warwick. So that these,
this way?
And this, yeah, this way. So that this and this, as you come down, just to there. Is it better on the knee?
Yeah, no, my knee's really sore today, actually.
So then
I can usually do this at home, don't worry, but my knee's quite sore.
Okay, well, we don't need to push it, mate.
No.
Even go up higher if you want.
No, it's okay, but I'm definitely noticing my knee today.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't need to override it.
Yeah.
You know the wall sit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can get up from there gently, if you like. Yeah. You just shake that off. Yeah, hold the wall. Your knee's been doing a lot, eh?
Yeah, no, that's a bit sore actually.
Yeah, now that you're hanging out with it. So,
Yeah.
what do you know? Well, it's good information then, eh? Because you might not have known.
It's actually got a little bit sore over the last sort of week or so.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
So you might not have known that it was that sore until
this,
just loading it. It's like, oh, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
That.
Yeah.
So it gives you more information.
Well, like if I go to the rugby, I've noticed I can't stand up.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you sort of stand up bent or even straight?
Yeah.
That's not working for my knee at the moment. So I have to sit down.
Okay.
I just can't stand up for 80 minutes.
Right. So it's telling you a lot, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just do your little stretch from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold this one here. So this stretch is just after you do the wall sit, then you can go into a little bit of a release, which is the same thing. And you can use this if you need to get to the ground with support. Bent knees slightly, and it's just the same thing. Bum out, swing down, and it's just a literal hang. Yeah, beautiful. And then we just support your hands on something, whether it's that way, and relax your head if you can. Nice, beautiful, and just hanging there. We're just going to hold that if it's okay for a minute or so. So this is like taking away the pressure from the knees, right?
Yeah.
But you're still getting a bit of a stretch and a little bit of bloating without the knees involved.
Yeah.
And so just notice your breath, and you might actually notice a little bit of tremoring even happening from here, yeah? And it's almost like we're just inviting that in. If it wants to come, it wants to come. Are you still doing your exercise cycling?
Yeah. But again, now just gotta watch how much I do.
Yeah.
Some days it's
shorter
okay.
doses, smaller doses?
Yeah, seems to be.
Yeah. Does your knee track straight, or does your knee want to rotate in or out?
I think it's reasonably straight.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing the cycling, you mean? Or...
Yeah, when you're doing the cycling.
No, it's straight. I can make it can be straight, yeah.
How's that feeling through there?
Like a lower back stretch.
Okay, nice. Okay, so when you're ready to come out of that, just gently bend your knees. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Okay, and then we'll move you over here. So have a little shake. Have a little shake with your legs. And get you into a tremoring position, eh? Yeah. So in your own time, Warwick, we'll come over. I think about there, and I'll move this so we can see you there. Cool. I'll get something for under your head.
Sure.
And then let's lie down here, eh?
Yep.
Does it feel? Is that enough on your head? Like, do you usually have a pillow under your head?
I do usually, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And if you want a pillow, let me know. Sit up.
Now I'm probably happy to take my shoes off now.
What was that? Happy to take your shoes off now?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Do you want me to take them off, or you can? Sweet. I'll move this back so we can see. Okay, so from this position then, what's it like to butterfly your feet? So putting your soles of your feet together. Yeah. Okay. And so all you're doing is, this is a rest position.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we've talked about this before with TRE. When you want to stop, you just straighten out your legs, right?
Yeah.
And there's also a break position, but I'll show that to you when you're doing this.
Sure.
Oh.
So I'm just resting?
Yeah, you're just resting. Yeah. And does that feel comfortable? Is that like a comfortable position?
Yep.
Do you need me to support the outside of your hips at all?
No, that's fine.
Feels good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just hanging out there. Let's see a few tremors coming in. And then from this position, Warwick, what's it like? You know how we've done bridges before, when you lift your hips up?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What's it like keeping your feet in that position if you can, and then bridging up through the hips? And a little think about it first. Yeah, nice. What does that feel like? Feel okay?
Yeah.
It's different, eh?
But wobbly. But
yeah. Just hanging out with that for a little bit. So this also helps really initialize the tremor response.
Right.
And then you're ready coming down. Yeah, nice. Coming down and just resting again. Resting again, letting them drop out as much as they want to with comfort. They're starting to wanna go.
They want to go?
They're starting to want to go. It looks like they're starting to want to go, right?
Yeah.
And then like we've worked with SC on this, is as we're going into the tremor, we're setting up in this way, just also noticing the support of the floor underneath you. Okay, noticing the support of your head being supported by the pillow. Is that high enough for you?
Yep. It's fine.
Beautiful. Awesome. And then from here, Warwick, what's it like just to take your legs an inch closer together at the knees? Yeah, beautiful. And hanging out there for a little bit. Same again, just being curious with what's going on. What's that feeling like for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
No worries. Yeah. Yep. Familiar?
Familiar, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how's that knee feeling?
Better.
Yeah.
Still got a little bit of back.
A little bit of a niggle.
Well, yeah, I can still feel that soreness of it.
Yeah.
But it's not affecting.
Yeah. Okay, good. And when you're ready, just a little bit closer again. Yeah. Nice. It starts a different sensation by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And if it's more comfortable for you to plant your feet, you go for it.
No.
You like it like this?
Yeah.
That one, yeah. And so today what we might do as well as we explore your tremor response, we might look at doing or intervening a tiny bit every now and again, just to give you an idea of what your body might want to do.
Yeah.
Like for example, straightening one leg out, keeping one leg bent. What happens then? That kind of thing. Yeah. And just when you're ready, Warwick, let's just experiment with planting your feet. Yeah, that's the one. And then just see how the body wants to respond to that. You feel okay?
Yeah. That's different because I usually do it keeping my feet.
Yeah.
But this is different. Like I don't usually get as much streaming through here.
Yeah. That's what I was curious,
like
quite curious about to see
small
what
around
happens.
here.
Yeah. And just the lead in with the exercises create something different
That
again
creates,
as well, right?
Yeah, something feels like it's a bit deeper.
Yeah.
To me.
Bit of more of an inroad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So as your tremor happens, you're just noticing. You're just kind of like that witness. Not necessarily trying to change anything, but you can stop anytime you want to, right? Yeah. And the stop hold as well is when your feet are wider apart and you bring your knees in together. That's a stop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or a pause, because it kind of allows a little bit of a reset.
So, but it's okay to keep it going.
Yeah, you can keep it going, because the idea of this is similar to like SE, is we want to work in a titrated way, little bits,
okay.
So be able to regulate.
Yeah.
Come back in.
I see. So
and start again.
Go out. Okay.
Yeah, come in and out.
Sure.
Kind of in our control.
I see.
So we're allowing little bits in, opposed to letting ourselves go, woo, and it being too much.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So it's good to have little pauses every now and again.
Yeah.
And then track on your body, and then come back in again.
Okay.
Because the same idea with the TRE work, they're working on deep postural patternings. Yeah. And deeply held postural patternings. And these always serve us in that they help protect us, right? There's a bit of armoring that goes on there.
Yeah.
So we want to offload that slowly.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it allows our bodies, our systems to integrate after the offloading into something that's different, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's easier to do that in smaller portions than too much too soon. And often under the postural patternings, or somewhere in amongst that is also the emotional holding that happens with the postural muscular holding.
Yeah.
It's not like they stand alone. So sometimes there's a curiosity if something arises at an emotional level. What's it like to hang out with that as I do my shake? As I'm actually in a shake and I notice whatever arising. And is it okay to hang out with that? What are you noticing?
It's a bit different doing it this way than my legs, like I said. Feels like it's in bigger hunks.
Yeah.
Bigger area.
Yes.
In different areas, obviously.
Yeah. And you're comfortable enough?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes there's a question of, I wonder what my body wants to do next, or I wonder what that wants me to do, Sometimes it's that completion piece. And that's where the exploring of movement comes in. So for example, what would it be like to straighten one leg? Like just kind of slide it down. Like if you feel it's quite intense through that torso.
To the ground? Or?
Yeah, to the ground. Just like drop it down and just hang out there. Like, okay, what's that like? And it might find that it wants to move. Straightened out. And it's like, okay, cool. Just let that happen. And then you might find you're able to breathe a little easier. Or something else might be like, I'm not holding it so condensed. It's like that whole lengthening. How can I spread this through my body without working hard? Yeah. Nice. So see how that foot's starting to go?
Mm.
Yes. Those ones.
Not so much the leg though. To me, it feels like the legs, like it stops.
Yeah.
When I put the leg out, I think
Yeah.
because that's like conditioned as the stopping.
Yeah.
If you
And
want
is
to
it?
stop, you put your legs out.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally right. So it's like, huh?
So maybe I've been a bit conditioned to when I put my legs out, that's stopping.
Well, it's interesting though because it's going.
Yeah,
it's just on a different angle. It's doing different things.
It's not as noticeable to me, I suppose.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you can play with that, like whether or not just for now straightening out your other leg. The locking stopping position is more like your heels are really pushing out. Yeah. Whereas this is just kind of like more
relaxed.
Yeah, relaxed. It's a relaxed hold. So if you wanted to straighten out your other leg just to see how that plays out, you're more than welcome. Knowing you can start this up again anytime you want as well. You know what I mean? In terms of restarting again and going again.
Yeah, I think rather.
And you're like, no, I want to play.
Yeah. It's too stop for me.
Yeah. And now you know as well how effective that is for you when it might get really intense through the hip area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just take a break.
Yeah.
Just take a break, come back in.
So what's a good time frame though to do it though? Just
because we're here together doing it, you know, you don't want to go to like fatigue. Like if you're starting to like feel really tired through the hips or the legs and stuff, then that's way enough. More than enough. Yeah. But because we're here together, really it can be a good 20-minute kind of, you know, as we're hanging out with it. But when you're on your own, I think we've talked about this before, and kind of working 5 minutes just to see how your body goes with it 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And if you notice, okay, nothing, like that's not too much for you, and you're feeling like you can regulate yourself, you don't get stuck into places, so to speak, then you can go a little bit.
So when you mean stuck, you mean like stuck in a
like hardcore tremor that you can't, you know, get a bit stuck as in trauma vortex stuck. You go to places that might end up exacerbating symptoms, you know, increasing anxiety, pain.
Yeah. That's like it's a relaxing.
Yeah. But sometimes, I mean, I find there's a definitely relaxing element to it. But it's also follow your body. Like if you're doing this and it's like, oh yeah, my body feels like it kind of wants to roll over a little bit to the side. Right, it's like, well, what's it like to invite that in? What's it like to, you know, be curious about that? It's a curiosity thing. So if you notice an impulse of, oh, my leg keeps going that way, but you can feel that you're kind of holding it from not going that way. What would it be like to just, just be curious with it?
Yeah.
Knowing you can come out of this anytime you want.
Yeah.
But it's like the idea is the body's trying to show you something. You know, it's the body
leading.
Yeah, the body leading. It's that book, The Body Keeps the Score. It's a really awesome book. I think you'd probably quite like it in terms of how we house life experiences through our body.
Yeah.
I noticed your tremors. Yeah. What are you noticing?
Well, I felt like I moved to pull to the left a bit.
Yeah, totally.
So it's changed up
stuff. Yeah.
Come up my way, body a bit further.
Yeah. I noticed it's up by your hands, eh?
Yeah.
Like the tremors going up.
Pulling to the left.
Yep. Nice curiosity.
There's definitely more of a body jiggle going on there.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, hey?
It's pretty out there.
Yeah. It buzzes me away that this is like an organic process. Your body's just doing it, you know?
Yeah.
No consciousness to trying to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, there's a few clicks on my back too.
Right, yeah. Non-painful, just more like
just little, clicks.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull back to the right, but it doesn't really. My body doesn't.
It doesn't want to go there. It's like, nah, I'm hanging out this way. Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay here.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to go the other way.
Yeah. Oh. Good listening, you know?
Mm.
You're like, I'm trying, but nah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What are you noticing in the right leg or leg?
Oh, it's just felt like needing to move it.
Yeah, yep. Nice.
Just with that knee.
Yeah, yep. Maybe you can come out of it anytime you like, just to take a break. Yeah, a little break. Little break.
Yeah, it does start getting a bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Brilliant.
I find being on the angle, it feels like it's a bit more, you're not as in such a relaxed position as
because there's something happening there, hey? Absolutely. And so in that, just noticing as you stop, notice how the solidness and the consistency of the ground, you know what I mean? You're not on an angle now.
No,
so now notice how consistent this flatness is and how solid it is. It's got your back.
But saying that, it feels like my left side feels looser or more relaxed than my right.
Yeah, it's had a real
particularly around my glute.
Yeah, well, that one was kind of, if you imagine in that position, pushed over to the left a little bit more. That right side's having a bit of a stretch, isn't it? On the outside of the glute to get there. It's a bit of a stretched position. So just noticing that as you relax. So, I want to go into body worker mode and touch your feet and go, oh, should we do a short leg release?
Yeah,
I wonder what would happen if. And I wonder what can happen if. Hey, knowing your body pattern, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, fine.
If we just did a little short leg release on this side, let's just have a little. Yeah, so just pulling up a little bit short on here. So should we just do a little release through here? And then do you want to do your little bit of a side bend on this side? So you're coming into the left again. So give me your hand. Who's going to banana to come down?
Oh, this way?
That one. Yeah. That's one. We'll just hang out here a little bit, just a little bit of a psoas release. Which is quite curious again, having a little bodywork intervention and then play again if you feel up to it.
Yeah.
Back into neutral. That's good. Okay, and then just hanging out there for a little bit. do you notice?
It's pretty relaxed.
Pretty relaxed.
This side feels tighter
Yeah, that side's tighter, hey?
on this side.
Okay.
And through here.
Yeah, yeah. So that left side feels a little bit more released through that side. Yeah. Okay. So what would it be like then? Just noticing that, and if it feels comfortable enough to go into a tremor again.
Yep.
And then we can always do the soleus release after the next round. Yeah, on this side.
Yeah.
Cool.
So back into the side.
Yeah. See what happens if you just put your feet just into starting straight away.
It feels quite internal, like here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, so you got quite a lot of internal work going on.
Not so much.
Yep. Not so much in the actual movement of the legs and what have you. Yeah. Until you talk about it.
Yeah, it's quite different having your feet flat.
Yeah.
Than on the angle.
Yeah.
Like a different. Well, it feels to me like it's a different area that you do it.
Yeah. Which makes sense, right?
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Different access point, I guess.
Yeah.
I think as well, that made me just think about the curiosity with planes of movement. You know, with different angles, you know, there's this going outwards to the side, there's up and down.
Yeah, this feels more up and down.
There's angles.
And an angle where your feet are like that. It feels like it's more natural to go that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas when you're like that, it's actually going more like that. So there's still some of that movement, but that feels like that. The angle movement comes easier with the feet on the angle.
Yeah, I just definitely noticing that your tremor is going right up to your hands, you know, like right up that central line.
Yeah, I can really notice it through here.
Yeah, all through that soleus area.
Yeah. Which I haven't. Well, because I've never actually done it on the feet flat.
Yeah.
To be honest. So
You've just tattooed with it.
So that means I can tattoo between the two.
Yeah. Nice. And this round looks somehow calmer, you know? Does it feel calmer? Like, just looks quite, but it's deeper in saying that.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel calmer to me.
No, it feels quite intense, eh?
It feels deeper.
Deeper, okay, different. Nice. And still comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as tiring because I'm just at the moment, you know, being flat on your back.
Neutral, yeah.
That's like you said, I feel like I want it to move somewhere else, but it's like no, it's really
it
concentrated.
Needs to be there,
here at the moment, which is interesting because that's around my kidney and that, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It'll be interesting.
Which was 6 years last week.
6 years last week. Wow. Wow. And what's it like just to, as you're hanging out here, noticing that 6 years last week?
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful. Yeah. And everything going well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
For your kidney.
well,
Your
for the
renals
kidney.
tested last week, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all going good. It's all the other
yeah.
bits and pieces.
Other bits and pieces working hard. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do anything with sleep apnea?
No. Well, I just know people have gone to, the sleep clinic.
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
and get the
it's
test
funny,
of how
Michelle
much.
just noticed last week
Yeah.
that I've stopped breathing.
Oh, really?
But only last week.
Right.
So it's quite weird, and it's like, well, there's something to do with my ears and my blocked in my hearing that thing. So I talked to my renal guy about it last week. And just found it interesting.
What did he say?
Oh, he's going to talk to the sleep clinic people.
Yeah.
And he got back to me and said, if you don't think you have chronic, it's tricky because it's like, well, do you or don't? So basically, what he said is, if you don't feel like you're falling asleep during the day or chronic, have to fall asleep and blah blah blah, then you probably wouldn't take any further at the moment.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, I do get a bit tired in the day. Is that just because it's everything else, or is it from that?
Yeah.
And then also brain's cool.
All good. It'll come back.
I was going to say.
No worries. If you could get hooked up to the sleep apnea machine and they track you for a night, hey?
Well, that's what that's what I'm wondering.
If they could put you in.
Yeah, am I getting? And I do have I have a snooze a lot of days.
Yes, yeah. Totally.
But that's me choosing.
Exactly.
So it's like,
but you're following your body's impulse that I need to rest, so you rest.
Yeah.
But how is that rest coming about, or that need to rest? Like, is it because I'm like in oxygen because of the
apnea,
sleep apnea?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm so fatigued in the day, not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
oh, but that's worth investigating, eh?
Yeah. So I sort of said, I'm probably okay, but I think I might go back to him and say, well, no, maybe I should.
Yeah.
But I just find it weird. If it's like maybe it has only started in the last week or so, but I don't know because I've always snored.
Yeah. Well, maybe she's just recognised that you've always snored, but then when you think about snoring longer, it's like, oh, actually, there's a real long pause in that snore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she reckons it's like 30 seconds.
Oh, so she's actually maybe usually she's asleep. She doesn't notice.
Well, that's what I mean. But she's been asleep all those years.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, it's all these questions
to
go with it.
Totally.
I think maybe I need to say, maybe you should check that out.
Well, if they're willing to let you investigate that, and you do have that whole thing about, yes, you do sleep in the day regularly, like need to, like you feel lots of fatigue.
Yeah.
Because I know that you probably were thinking before that was to do with the kidney and the recovery, which of course it is too.
Yeah.
But gosh, if you could get if she's noticing that you are stopping your breath at night, sleep apnea, worth investigating.
Yeah.
How are you doing? This is the longest shake you've ever done, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty cruisy though. That's not
nice.
It's not tiring, man.
Yeah, nice.
And it's very concentrated around here.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Which I find a bit interesting. I thought maybe it would be concentrated more around this area,
Yeah. This is why sometimes it's like if you do get into this more regularly, you can always write a few notes after your sessions.
Yeah.
It's like a little journal, just tracking on sensations where you felt mostly the activations.
Yeah.
And what you felt like maybe going into it, during and after.
Yeah.
Because, you might start going into it on a day that I'm so stressed out. Work has been blah, 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 blah. So you're already activated. And then you go into the shake and then what you feel afterwards.
Yeah.
Opposed to another day where you start and you've had quite a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of different.
Yeah, because you definitely have good days and bad days.
Yeah, fully. Nice.
I'll try and see
yeah, the same way you want to go.
what I can do here. What are these?
You want to go there, yeah.
Try and see if I can get it to come to the right, but it's still tracking
out on that left side, yeah.
Still tracking on that.
When you do that position, it's like, oh, let's go.
Still,
yeah,
more feeling to the left of me.
Yeah.
But see, for me, this is my most usual.
Yeah.
Position to do it.
Yeah.
So it's probably got a bit more.
Yeah.
Like body memory or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
And I always find I need quite a bit of shaking this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels when you've got your feet together on the side.
Yeah.
It's more of a relaxing position than straight down.
You find it comfortable like that, yeah.
Well, it's more, to me, it feels more relaxing than if my feet are straight down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without it, that's.
Well, it's like they're supporting each other, actually. You know what I mean? Like they're quite straight down, but they're also kind of like hanging out together.
So
there's a little bit of support.
But this is almost like my comfort.
Yeah.
TRE that I do.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that. And if you wanted to experiment with the right, you can straighten out your right leg.
Straighten out my right leg.
And then take your knee kind of like, I'll do it here, but just kind of, boom, boom. Yeah, just drop. Like 3 times or 4 times. Feel that thing though, it's still moving, It's not looking.
Yeah, it just feels so much less when you compared to before.
Yeah, that's the one. Awesome.
Again to that leg.
It's dropped out, hey, but it's relaxed. Can you feel how that's just going?
Yeah, but the other one's not like that.
Yeah, it's like had a.
It's in fact, I can't.
That one doesn't like to do that though, does it? It
doesn't
like that. Yeah.
This is fine going.
Yeah. Whereas it wasn't like that before when you stopped last time. When you did a stop, it was straight. Yeah. And then it's like, look. Just take your time now. I won't talk so much because we'll just let you have some integration time where you're noticing. Just notice your body. Notice the solidness of the ground underneath you. And just tracking.
It feels like my left side's way tighter than my right side.
Right.
Way tighter.
Yeah. A lot went on that left side, eh?
Well, you think it would feel looser, don't you?
So good to take note of in terms of taking that away with you to see how your body tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you notice much as you lay there just in that intervention piece? Just as you lie there, just noticing what sensations you're aware of.
It feels like my left leg needs to turn out like my right leg. And it feels like my right, just feels like it actually feels like I'm lying like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why, it
Yeah.
feels like it.
Just feels like that. Well, it's had a shuffle, hasn't it? It's had a shuffle around. It's had a shuffle around. And so there'll be some integration pieces where the body does its own shifting and moving as it needs to.
Yeah.
Because something else has happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll feel different because it's new.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it'll be like, what? This isn't my normal.
Mm.
Yeah. So is it okay to kind of, as long as it's not pain, is it okay to hang out with that noticing of this feels different? You know, it's different. Because you know me, I'm inclined to go, oh, let's see if we can do some body work there to make, you know, but it's like, I'm also pausing on that because I'm like, actually, let's see what your body, if you're up for this, see how your body makes of this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So how it holds it. What does it want to do? And you might notice as well when you stand up that it might feel different.
Yeah.
As well. You know, once you get moving, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we're booking you in this week, right?
Yeah. This week.
I think it's right. If this is every fortnight.
Yep. Yep.
Then we can we'll touch base when I see you next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody doing just rubbing that right foot on the outside where she doesn't like? If you can tell anything, but it gets painful.
Gets a bit nasty, doesn't it? Painful.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'll just pause this.
Sorry,
and then we'll do no, all good. Okay. All right. Now where do we do stop? Stop.